Good morning, tribe, and welcome to the weekend, baby. We've made it to Friday, and that can mean only one thing. That's right, today we are getting galactically challenged. Welcome to Lothal, or at very least, orbit around Lothal. That's right, we've got ourselves a glorious fleet galactic challenge today. What is the global modifier? The global modifier is probe droids. Whenever a ship has got 4 or more buffs, they will be inflicted with breach and exposed for 1 turn. These effects can't be resisted. It's really annoying, I will be honest. You got advanced targeting computers at the start of each support's turn, inflict target lock on a random enemy for 2 turns, and when a target locked enemy is attacked, there is a 50% chance to call an ally to assist. We have got bonuses over here for our wonderful Resistance, the best fleet faction in the game. Just means that they get a load of stuff over here. Yeah, it's great. Everybody loves it. Imperial Navy is what the enemy has, and it basically means that their scythe is going to be basicking you for about 150,000 points of damage. It's a trip. It's a real trip. So, feats then, we need to win with 5 resistance ships. We need to complete the battle, obviously. We need to complete the battle without losing a unit. And we need to complete the battle after gaining stealth 10 times. I'm going to break this up into win with resistance and stealth feats. Let's do this. For this, I'll be taking in a full resistance squad. We're starting off with Raised Falcon, we're taking in Poe, and we're taking the SF-17. On the reinforcements bench, we have the Comeuppance, and we have a resistance pilot. I'm throwing in Ghost and Cassian as 2 reinforcements for extra sources of stealth, just in case. Let's roll it. Alrighty, and away we go. The primary target is going to be the enemy scythe, ladies and gentlemen. We do not want to let that scythe really get away with anything, so I'm just starting out with the second special, both Poe and on the SF-17. After that, we're going to roll it up just a little bit over here. The enemy does have, quite frankly, a ridiculous amount of damage output, especially when they've got all this formation that they get from the scythe. Use the second special there from our capital ship just to try and get a little bit of a bonus. You're probably going to lose the SF-17 relatively quickly because, like I said, the damage output is huge. Save the first special from the Millennium Falcon. Just use basics here. Do whatever you can to put some damage and thermals over there on the scythe, and that is how we roll. We're just going to do basics once again over here. Now, the scythe has healed up, which is really, really annoying, but hey, it is what it is. Again, I'm not going to use that AoE. We want to save that AoE until after we've reinforced with the Comeuppance. The Comeuppance will be your first reinforcement, guys. Use the special immediately and take out that scythe. If you have been lucky so far, you will still have your SF-17 alive. After that, we're going to go out for the TIE over here, that TIE fighter. Big AoE. Oh my lord, we just completely wiped the board. But that's really what you're looking for. Save the AoE, call in Comeuppance. Big AoE at the start. Now, it might take a couple of tries just because of the nature of the global modifier. The enemy might get assists, they might not. It is the nature of the beast. Okay, let's move on then to stealth. Alrighty, so we're going to go in with an Executor lineup here. I'm using Punching One, and I'm still using non-Bounty Hunter reinforcements on the bench of Ghost and Cassian. The rest are Bounty Hunter ships. Don't worry about it. We're here mostly just to try and ensure that we get those stealth feats, and you can probably do that without the reinforcements, thanks to the reactive nature of Xanadu Blood's stealth mechanic, okay? So just, once again, focus in on the scythe. That's the primary target right now. We want to get rid of scythe. Lickety split. Getting those reactive taunts, stealths all the time with Xanadu Blood. Gonna call in our boy, the Punishing One, whenever we can. Mine's only 6 stars, I believe, so not even 7 stars. Call in Xanadu Blood once again. Boop, boop. Lovely. Absolutely fantastic. Look at all this stealth that we're getting here. And then we're just going to call in, I think we'll call in the Razor Crest over here, because the Razor Crest is rather beautiful. And we're going to just call in our wonderful Punishing One whenever we can. Who's the enemy got? Oh, okay, they've got Palp's Shuttle. That's okay. So just get that focus damage over there. We've already hit our contract, which is lovely. Keep the taunt up on Houndstooth. And then I'll go after the TIE Fighter Pilot as our next target. Let's just heal up our Houndstooth with that second special. At this point, I'm already confident that we've got our stealth feat. So I'm actually tempted. Oh, we can't. So let's go ahead and just do Death Mark over on the TIE Pilot. They're going to try and do some wiggly action. It's not really going to work out too well for them. Booyah. Immediately yeet out that TIE Pilot. We're going to have to focus now on this ship. Oh, we've got another reinforcement here. So what I think I'll do is I'll get the Ghost in. The reason I'm bringing in Ghost is because they've got stealth abilities, okay? So this first special over here will stealth the Ghost and the target other ally. Going to call in Punishing One, because Punishing One is always useful to call in. There we go, just absolutely shredding through. I'm more than confident right now that we have already hit we've already hit 10 stealths. We haven't lost a unit yet, but they're probably about to hit their ultimate. If they get their ultimate off, that will defeat a unit. So we want to try and put out enough damage output now to defeat the enemy before the capital ship really gets much chance to get rolling. So let's see. Oh, well, we hit our ultimate. Easy money, guys. Easy money. That is definitely going to have done it for us. Plenty of attacks out of turn from the enemy team. That's going to give us stealths. And then you've got things like the Ghost or Cassian to come in to give you an additional 2 stealths at the end. That will give you no losses and full stealths. I do think you could probably do that with just a standard Bounty Hunter lineup, but this is here just in case for you. You can take the same approach then with the Malevolence, but you start off with a triple Geo starting lineup. I'm taking in the standard Separatist reinforcements. I'm taking Ghost and Cassian. With the triple attacker Malevolence lineup, then what we want to try and do is once again get rid of the Scythe as quickly as possible. Now, he might use the Dispel, he might not. We just want to try and get that stun off on him and just focus all damage on the enemy Scythe. All damage. Those AoEs, you can see they're triggering stealths over there on our Spy and Soldier. AoE, you will lose your Sunfac very quickly. Just do all the mass assists in the world. You have to hope for some decent assists over here. It's very frustrating when the TIE Fighter pilot draws your attention temporarily. But it is what it is. Let's see. I think we'll just reinforce with the Hyena Bomber over here, just because we want some additional source of tanking, and I want to be able to start spreading Buzz Droids out to the enemy team. It's very, very useful. Once again, back in over there against the Scythe. The Scythe is the primary target for us, because that Scythe is absolutely lethal with its ability to constantly dispel our buffs. Let's go ahead and call in Hyena Bomber over there. Hyena Bomber will cleanse. Mass assist over there. Oh, we nearly got rid of the Scythe, sorry. There we go. Scythe is gone. Fantastic. Once Scythe is gone, get rid of something like TIE Fighter Pilot. You want to try and get at least a 2-ship advantage here. Get rid of 2 of their enemy ships. And that should really, really help. Alright, great. So, once again, start spreading Buzz Droids. It's really about trying to manage that stealth now. You want to try and get that stealth done. You will, of course, be gaining it reactively from the other Sunfac and... Not Sunfac, sorry. From Geo Spy and Geo Soldier. So I'm just going to slow down the damage output just a hair, but not loads, because the enemy will hit a capital ship ultimate, and that will get rid of at least one of your ships. Alrighty, so they've come in with the TIE Bomber, Imperial TIE Bomber. I'm going to reinforce now, I think, with... we do have that. Okay, who should we come in? I'm going to come in with the Vulture Droid over here. Let's just make sure that we've got lots of Buzz Droids out in the field so that our damage output is really strong. Fabulous. Wonderful. Now we're looking kind of pretty at this point. Looking kind of pretty. That there will give us an additional 2 stealths every time they do that AoE. Absolutely. We'll strip back everything off their capital ship. And that's that. So that should theoretically get you the stealth feats as well, but if it doesn't work for you, I'd highly recommend trying to get it to work with a Bounty Hunter squad. So we're going in with a Leviathan lineup here. TIE Dagger, Interceptor, Fury Class, Interceptor, sorry, and the Bomber. Alrighty, so Leviathan. This one, it gets a little bit hairy, I'll be honest with you guys, because the damage output is crazy and you might not land the debuffs that you need. But we'll see how we get on, and we're trying to get that stealth feat done. So first special, second special technically, from the capital ship. Want to put that over on our Bomber, because we want to try and give it some crit hit immunity at the very least and try and make it survive. After that, let's do a nice little mass assist over here, get some good debuffs rolling, and hopefully land some thermals. We've got no thermals, and that's okay. So our first reinforcement is going to be the Scimitar, Count Dooku's ship. So let's go ahead and call him in right now. Look at that Scimitar, isn't it wonderful? So Scimitar's special ability over here, this special, will essentially give one target ally load of protection up, and then it will give them retribution and stealth the rest of your allies. So because we've got 4 ships, that's 3 lots of stealth there, and we also force a taunt as well, which is kind of cool. So keep on focusing over there on the enemy Scythe, because he is an absolute menace. Pretty standard behavior so far. Alrighty, so we'll use our second special once again. This will give us a little bit of healing, but it'll also destroy the next reinforcement that the enemy gets. Alrighty, hopefully you can survive just a little bit with your B-28. This reinforcement can come in now, and we're going to call in the Interceptor, of course. Land the Interceptor. Don't target the Scythe for the reinforcement. Just make sure you use the basic on the enemy Scythe when you get the turn with the Interceptor, because it will have now got 50 stacks. If it's got 40 or more, well, 41 or more actually, use the basic, it will insta-kill. So that's all very well and good. We have now got good control over the field. Exactly what we want to have happen. They will reinforce and it will die immediately, which is great. Now, your Scythe is potentially now going to have another use of its special ability. But we want to try and save it now. We want to try and slow down the damage output that we deal, because we want to try and get those stealths. We've only had 3 stealths so far, so we want to make sure that we're just like tickling the enemy as much as possible, but keeping ourselves alive. So we could use this now, but I'm going to get a reinforcement next turn. And because we had 3, it means we need to get 7 more, so I need to have 1 lot. Well, actually, I suppose we could just keep it up. Yep, let's stealth everybody apart from the Interceptor then. Yep, that's okay. Stealth everybody apart from the Interceptor, and we're just going to use basics, and I'm just going to try and spread the damage around. We will, of course, reinforce. I'm going to call in the Shuttle, because I don't actually want to give ourselves more damage or anything like that. This first special over here is something that you do want to ignore, because I believe it will call a taunt. Or is it the second one that calls a taunt? Ah, yes. Okay, so this first one is okay. It's going to heal people up. I'll heal up our Scythe then, and then we're just going to basic. Like I said, we want to try and spread around this damage so that we can keep the enemy ships alive. Let's just call in, say, you. Wonderful. We need 1 more use of that stealth, so Scimitar needs 2 more turns, essentially. So we're just going to basic our way around, and hopefully we don't get too many assists. Okay, yeah, we'll use that. We are getting some assists. Yeah, it's just basic over here again. Alrighty, wonderful. Basic. Thankfully, that's that shuttle coming in clutch there. Just do a basic again. Wonderful. That's what we're looking for. We need 1 more turn with our Scimitar. Absolutely fabulous. Yeah, sure, we can do this. Sure, calling you. Wonderful, because the foresight over there on the TIE Fighter, that is going to make us dodge, or make them dodge at the very least. I don't really want to put too much damage into the shuttle, because the shuttle itself has got a means of keeping us alive, or keeping the enemy alive at least. So let's just keep it nice and slow here. How are we looking for health? Not too bad. I'll do a special. Wonderful. I'll just do a basic there. And we've nearly got Scimitar's turn, so there we go. Boom. And that's the extra 4 stealths that we need. Yes, you have to play it right, you have to drag it out just a little bit, but as long as you don't get too many assists, it should be okay. Now, it's not the most useful. It's not the most useful at all, I will be honest with you guys, because it's a little bit unreliable, a little bit janky, and it's just easier with Xanadu Blood and the Hound's Tooth. Okay, that's the easiest setup. If you've got that, I would go for that, and if you've got Leviathan, I imagine you've got Executor. But that is going to about do it for today's episode of Galactically Challenged with your bald-headed boy Scribble. If this video was useful to you, please make sure you like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below with the teams that you use so I can expand my knowledge of counters and teams and skills and sets and things and stuff. Big shout out to my wonderful patrons. You guys are awesome. And I will see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.